Between January and August 2021, 222,930 persons in 36,404 households in 80 districts were displaced nationwide. Of these 36,406, in 8,775 households were displaced in August alone.
In Kayunga, Bulisa, Ntoroko, and Nakasongola districts, for example, the rise in water levels push the lake shores and wetlands boundaries exponentially inland up to 3 kilometers in some areas.
Kampala, Wakiso, Nakasongola, Kayunga, Amlat and Bulisa communities around Lake Victoria, Albert, Kwania, Choga and River Nile have been the most affected by rising water levels. Kaliro, Chibuku, Bukedea, Kumi, Apach, Alebtong, Bukomansimbi, Mubende, Kazo and Chirhura among others have been affected by crop failure due to early cessation of the first season of rains. The districts of Kabale, Kasese, Bundibujo and Ntoroko are experiencing floods and landslides.
There is great need for safe water supply, sanitation, nutrition, health services, food assistance, and non-food items such as mosquito nets.
River Nyamwamba has burst its banks 5 times. Yesterday, again, there were floods. As I speak now, over 450 people have no shelter and food. Right Honorable Speaker, 2 children are missing following the floods.
When there is a bumper harvest, like the minister has indicated, that because of COVID, people went back to the villages, so we expect a bumper harvest. How prepared are we as a government or as the Minister of Disaster Preparedness to buy off some of this food so that we put it in our silos, so that that same food can then help us in times of difficulty?
There are numerous cracks in districts like Bududa, Manafa, Sironko, which I expected the minister to have conducted a detailed assessment of the magnitude of the dangers that they pose, because that is a looming disaster at the cost of human lives.
In Karamoja, 361,300 people, representing 30% of the region's population, is now at the verge of starvation. The Minister for Disaster Preparedness, Hilary Onek, is now requesting for 120 billion shillings to respond to these emergencies. Priority will be given to 30,338 people displaced by rising waters of water bodies.
Beginning with the areas along Lake Victoria here, you see Kigo, Gaba, all these areas. It's not only a problem in Nakasongola or the problem in Butiaba, in Bunyoro. It is a general problem as a result of climate change, as a result of the rising water levels.
Aside from human activities, the economy has also been hit hard by the disasters. Just in 2020 alone, according to government, over 500 billion shillings was lost. The Ministry of Works and Transport was the most affected. Habad Ziwa NTV at Parliament.